Okay, I'm gonna do center, the centers here, film. So here we're running G to the right. Okay, so our rule for centers for G to the right is play side on backside. You're responsible for the play gap defender or the A gap defender because we're pulling both guards. So here you have the head up defender. So we are going to reach him. So I like how you do your shuffle reach here. You get to the outside shoulder and you seal him inside. That's exactly what we want to do. Notice the ball cut back here, and because you're doing a great job sealing him off, we're able to run the ball inside there. So that's an excellent job there, Max. Next play. This is truck to the right. Okay, so your rule is gap on to cut off. Okay. So here really, what I'll tell you, Max, is that if your rule is gap and this guy is lined up in your gap, you should be going and blocking here. You should really, this should be kind of like a gap call where we're stepping to our gap and taking the guy who comes. Okay. Really, so he should be going B gap, you should be going A gap, he should be going backside A gap and picking up the guy that's coming there. Okay. So we are still gap responsible. So really how this should works is that Tommy picks up the slanting in, you pick up the play side backer, and then Molitor will pick up the backside A gap, okay? That's what it should turn into. So I think you pick up the center here, which isn't bad, because you know Tommy's staying in. But really it should be Tommy stepping to his gap, you're stepping to your gap, Molitor stepping to his gap because look, no one blocks the four technique. Okay. Um, so that's what we should be doing here is blocking our gap. Okay, this next play, we run truck the other direction. Okay, here, so you go gap on. There's a guy on you because notice his backer's off now. So there's no one in your gap. So go to the second part of your progression. Now you're blocking the guy on you. Okay. And now we should be doing like what you did on that G play, where you are scooping him to that play side. Okay. You should be scooping him to the play side so he can't fall off and get into the play like that. So you need to play this just like you did that very first play we watched, where you are scooping him to the play side. Okay. You need to be here walling him off. Okay. We run G again. Okay. So G to the left here. So we have another homer call. So you're blocking the play side A gap. He's blocking the backside A gap. Okay. And he should be ripping to cut off here. Okay. We're kicking out. We should have a double team here if this is G. Well, hold on. This is a true tight end. So the double team should be there and he's releasing. Okay. So that's how that blocking should look. But you have the play side A gap, okay? So you do a fantastic job here. This is exactly what you should do on truck. Okay, you do a great job doing your shuffle reach. Get your hand to the play side shoulder, and you stay on them and keep blocking them. Okay, so that was a good job there. Okay, counter. Now we got. I think I remember you called the gap call. Okay, because we would have a cage call here. But a guy stepped up in your gap, so we'd be blocking here, taking that guy that comes. Okay, and really our tackle should be ripping up inside here. All right, let's watch it. This is the one that got messed up here where we changed it from left and then we went right, but some guys didn't hear that. So it should be here, ripping up inside, kicking out, leading up and through the hole. Okay. But you do a good job here, blocking back. This guy fires out, fires straight up field. This is where when we have a down block, we want to make sure we get flat. Okay. And you do a decent job of getting there, but we want to try to get more in front of this guy. All right, this is Molitor here. We're running G to the right. So you're responsible for both the A gaps here. There's two A gap play defenders, so there should be a homer call. So you should be blocking play side A gap. He's blocking backside A gap. We should be scooping. Okay, let's see if we shuffle scoop. Okay, we need to get our head across, Molitor. Okay, you're not going to reach him fully if you don't have your head on his play side shoulder. You do a decent job getting there, okay, but you need to get your head to the other side. All right? And keep moving your feet. Don't fall to the ground. All right? Next one, wham. Everyone, gap on double. That's everyone's rule. Hurry up, hurry up. Let's get there. All right, we're running wham to the left, so it should be gap on double. You have a guy on you, so you know you have a cage call with the play side guard, and you guys are doubling to FBI. So both of you guys are working to that linebacker there. Okay, that's what it should be. Okay, we're doubling. You could be lower. He's underneath your shoulder pads. You're not underneath him. But it looks like your eyes are to your linebacker. So really, this should be you coming off and blocking this guy here. Ife, you guys should be working here, okay, to that guy. These two should be working back here. Or really, Gabe should be working there. And I can't tell who that is. Tommy should be working there. So Tommy should be staying here. Gabe should be staying here. You two should be working to that linebacker right there. So Molitor, really, you should be coming off on this guy here. So this blocking isn't truly what it should be like. Okay, 50s. Okay, man on, man away. We got a man on here. So we should just be blocking that guy, staying square because we're the base of the cup of the pass protection here. Make sure you get underneath them, get your hands on them. Nice wide base. Okay, that's good. Now just stay square on him, Max. Okay, stay square on him. You're the base of the cup. Okay, next one, 50s. Okay, good job. Make sure you stay nice and square. You know, if there's not a fan call to a side, you know you're going to have help on that direction. So that's good. Okay, 50A screen. I think we ran the screen to the left. Um, so here we had a fan call. Good. I think you're calling the off here. So we should be blocking here. We should be blocking here. We should be blocking here. But here's the thing with the A screen. So if a linebacker walks up the blitz, that's even better for us because that means there's one less guy that we have to block. So if we're running it to the left, you and the play side guard would actually be double teaming this guy if he was off the line of scrimmage. But since he's on the line of scrimmage, we're going to treat him like a lineman and we're going to go 1,000, 1,000, and then the guard's going to club him by, and both of you guys can then work up to a safety. Okay. So this makes it even better when we run it. All right. Uh, so if the linebacker's on the line of scrimmage, then treat him like a lineman and then work up to the next level. But if he was off, then you two would be double teaming him if it was A screen to the left. If it's A screen to the right, you would double the right side inside backer with the other guard. Okay. This is a good job identifying the off call here. Okay. So let's count here. 1,000, 1,000. Go. Let him go by. And then you're up. Good job, Max. Now we're trying to get in front of him. Now he needs to see you and go run behind you. But that's a good job getting up to the next level. Next one, 50s. All right. Let's run the play. Same thing. Stay nice and square. Nope. So remember, if a linebacker blitz is late, first off, you have help from guards if they're not fanning out. But second off, that's our running back's job. Is if those linebackers blitz late, that's the running back's job. Okay, that has nothing to do with us, so we can stay on our guy. Okay, we can stay on our guy. Okay, we're running trap. I don't know what direction. Let's find out here. Okay, trap to the left. So we have a cage call here. Remember, so your job as a base technique is just to get under this guy, lunge, and lift him. You got to get low, lunge, lift. Ooh, I like that. I'm going to use that from now on. Low, lunge, lift. You got to be lower than him. You got to lunge and lift him up. And then the drive guy is the guy that's driving him down. Okay? And you guys are working to the FBI there. Okay? So let's see here. See your steps. You get I love you sprawl here. You have a nice wide base. It looks like you lunge here. We get a nice punch, and now after you get the punch, throw him into your gap and now start down blocking him. Max, that's a nice job there. I'd say that's not bad at all. You do a pretty decent job there. Um, Getting low, lunging, and lifting. Low, lunge, lift. Man, I just came up with a new saying. That's fantastic. Okay, this is Burke here. Okay, 50s, stay square. You're the base of the cup. Ah, now don't do this, centers. Remember, if a linebacker blitzes late, it's not our problem because now look who's coming free. Your guy. Okay, if you're on him here, that's man on. That's your guy to block. You have a guard here to help, and we have the running back that's here to help. Okay. So please do not come off your guy for somebody else. Okay, next one here. We're going to run trap. Okay, same thing on this base block. Low lunge lift. Okay, got a drive block going there. Now this time you're a little higher. Okay, now he's underneath you. So you weren't low enough, but you lunged. And now notice we weren't able to get him over into our gap. We need to try to get him over into our gap and get leverage on him, okay? So if we were to hand this ball off, he's not able to get over into the play, okay? Also, Molitor leaves too early because the hip didn't disappear. Molitor needs to help you out a little bit more. Okay, 50s again. Okay, so we should have an off call again. Should have an off call. So he should be there. He should be there. You should be there. Okay, thinking that if they're bringing pressure on this side, most likely he's probably going to slant opposite of that. Just being aware of that. Okay, which he does. So you can stay in front. You have help. So stay on him. That's good. Keep moving your feet. Have active feet. Okay, here we're running counter to the left. All right, so once again, you have your base technique, low, lunge, lift. Okay, once again, you're too high. You need to be under his shoulder pads. Okay, and working to throw this guy into your gap. I need to see more active, violent hands trying to throw him over into your gap. This is the most difficult block is when they slant into the double team. Okay, that's the hardest scenario. So we need to really work on trying to throw him over into our gap here. Molitor's doing a nice job trying to give you some help, working through that. But you need to do a better job of being lower so you can lift that guy up so moving him is easier. Okay, here you go. Next one. Now we're running power. I think we run power to the right here. Yep, he's going to motion and we're going to run power to the right. So same thing, base block, low lunge lift. You should have a double coming from this way. Work into that backside backer there, okay? Making sure you still have your eyes on your linebacker as you low lunge lift. Okay, let's see here. Kind of a stalemate on who's lower. All right, but Burke gets off too soon because the hip does not disappear. You do a nice job still running your feet though, which is nice, but we just want to keep trying to work that guy over into our gap if we can. Okay. Burke's just a little soon to come off. He doesn't need to come off so fast. If that hip doesn't disappear, he needs to stay on it. Okay. Now we're running quarterback power draw. I think we're going to run it to the left here. So once again, all right, so they're all walked up here. This is what we talked about. So when in doubt, block your gap, all right? So if we're running power to the left here, you know you're responsible for your backside gap. So you're blocking the backside A. He's blocking the play side A. He's blocking the B gap, okay? If they're going to bring three guys into the same gap, uh, they're cheating. This is kind of a cheater play, but they're going to get hurt if we can run the ball off tackle, which we end up doing here. Now, if this guy ends up going B gap and that guy slants A, that's the guy you're going to pick up. Just step to your gap and take whoever comes there. Now, you can't be tentative and let that guy run past you and get penetration. You got to step fast to your gap and drive the person that comes and distort them laterally and don't let them bend you into the backfield, okay? But we do a good job here, I remember. You step to your gap, you pick them up, okay? So you got 2-on-1 here, okay? And we're able to get by him, and that's a touchdown. It's exactly what we need. Okay, now we run truck to the right. So now, just like you've been doing a great job on G, here's Elliott. So if you watched Max on his G plays, we should be shuffle scooping to the right or full on scooping to the right. Now this is tough here, Elliott. He slants the direction we're going. So this is where maybe that step back, second step to the crotch and running would be really helpful. We need to try to get across him though, Elliott. I know we kind of get picked here. And that's good for us ultimately. And really that shouldn't happen because Gabe is supposed to be pulling here. So really, this really wouldn't happen because Gabe should be pulling, but you need to try to work your head across. Okay, next one, Elliott. This is boot, so we're running G. I'm assuming we're going to boot to the right. Sorry about this, guys. Wi-Fi is a little slow. There we go. Okay, so we're running G to the right. So Elliott, you do a good job stepping. I need a little bit more shuffle here. Get your head across. Keep your head on the play side shoulder and keep this guy reached, okay? And don't let him get rid of you like that. Keep active feet. Okay, we should be the base of the cup here. Okay, Molitor. Make sure we stay square on him if we can. And see, this is good. If this guy wants to blitz late, then our running back's going to go meet him in the hole. Okay, he can't be as soft as he is here. He's got to go meet him in the hole. Okay, here we're running trap. I think we're supposed to run trap to the right, but Tommy doesn't pull, so we should have a cage call right here, working to the backside backer. Okay, once again, this is the toughest block when he slants into the gap we're supposed to be blocking, or that he slants into the double team. We do a good job adjusting here, Molitor. I like your step there where you're stepping over to try to get in front of him. You're just too high. Remember, we need to be low, lift, low lunge, lift. Okay, that's what we want to try to do. But you do a good job staying on. Low lunge, lift. Okay, I think that's enough. I think we got some good things to learn from there.